Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Social Media Roundup with Technext. My name is Onyinye. If you've been watching us, you should know that. But if you haven't, welcome. My name is Onyinye, your host. With me in the studio is
Dennis.
Hello Dennis.
Hi.
What's up?
I'm good.
Almost September is almost done. No?
Salary week next week. Very excited. I'm always excited for salary week.
See, you don't want me to get into your gist. I wish you would stop talking about salary week here.
My gist to where?
Here, so that we
I
will
shoot
not
for body. Which gist?
salary week. From when they pay salary, Dennis is already expecting the next salary. I don't understand.
You don't get it.
I do not. That's what I'm saying. We have 3 stories as usual. Getting right into it. After we did our video last week and the death of the Queen of England, and I think she's also the Queen of Wales, yeah? They call her the Queen of many things. I read that she's the Queen of like a few territories. I'm talking. If you're wondering who she's talking about, so let's live under a rock somewhere. You know that Queen Elizabeth of England passed last week, but we didn't mention this on the show because we're already short. R.I.P. to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace to her. I mean, her death was not her death. She died a peaceful death at the very ripe age of 96.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hello, celebration of life right there. But it brought mixed reactions on social media, which, I wasn't expecting, but okay. We have a few of those stories about the reactions to her death on our website, technext.ng. Read about Ujuanya's tweets. You wrote something on that. Yes, basically, RIP to the Queen. Her family is mourning. I mean, no matter how old she is, she was someone's grandmother, someone's mother, their beloved queen. She was the longest reigning monarch in the world, 70 years on the throne of England and other territories she conquered. So, yeah, quite sad. Dennis, you don't want to say RIP to the Queen? The Queen's death brought so many controversies, from Midrania's tweet to what is currently happening. They're already planning the funeral and invitations have gone out. Apparently, I'm hearing that Oprah was invited. Let's even backtrack. Do you see how they've been treating Meghan? I think it's completely unfair. They have even been trending "Go Home Meghan" to her. You haven't seen it. They've been saying
I
"Go
sort
Home."
of feel like a huge swath of the British media is realize that they were a bit too harsh and they were a bit too unfair. And yes, there have been some people who still hold on to their old ways of, we're going to attack her. She can't do anything. There was one woman who said she's unfit to be in the royal family.
They should come and kick her out.
Like, she's already in the family.
It's just jealousy.
And I should add, to give credit to the British media, now they are pushing against that narrative of we are not mean people, we are not terrible people, we are not racist.
But they are everything you have said.
After they've done all that they had done when she was there.
That is what the British media is saying. But we are seeing live videos of people on social media being very mean to her. There was a place she was, saying hi to people, and you should see the way
there was one woman who was just like
completely snubbed her. Like, who is this plebeian and why are you here? I think it's very unfair, and it says a lot about the British society. Shame on them. Why?
Let's not even go into
I miss the grieving, and they're acting, and now there's this narrative, right, that how Meghan go home, that she was part of the reason the Queen died. Somebody that is 96. You think she's not tired of this world and people's trouble?
Is that a joke?
I read comments like that, like she was part of the problem. P.S. that one, I beg.
Morgan
She's part of the problem that she
similar.
was going to. She did an interview on the court, the one you showed me. She was on Oprah. Meanwhile, the Queen was sick. She added to the Queen's stress. I'm like, are you people kidding me? Firstly, is there any family that doesn't have family drama? Is there any family, or you think because they are royals they will not have family drama?
The one is even worse.
Somebody that is 96, she should not go and rest for you people.
Just how the British people will forgive a convicted pedophile,
Prince Andrew.
how the British, the
Is he
entire
convicted?
British,
I mean, I don't think he's
yeah, and
convicted.
accused
Because of his
Pardon me.
relations to
Pardon me.
Jeffrey Epstein.
accused pedophile, and you just hold on and say like, oh, she's not fit, but a pedophile is fit to be in the royal family.
And yet they claim
That
they are
says
not.
a lot. I think it says a lot about the British people.
And yet they claim they are not racist. The only problem they have with Meghan is that she's not one of them. That's it. They say like an interloper. And the women are more mad because Harry was supposed to be ours. Somebody's
Supposed to be
prince.
theirs.
Yes. And now this American actress comes from nowhere and snatches our last prince before George and the rest will grow up. They
She was
hopes that
very-
one of their daughters would,
And I think they
snatch
just
up a
really made
prince.
her really uncomfortable. The British people made her really uncomfortable because she was a bit nervous. I don't know if you watched the video.
Of course she would
was,
be.
she was like, "Oh my god,
Everyone is
I don't
judging
want to
me.
get anything wrong. I
Yeah.
just want to do this and go home."
Did you see that bow?
Yeah, the
Ah.
curtsy.
Yoruba woman. She should have just knelt down because it was quite low. I'm like, girl, easy. Oh. Well, anyway, still on this, Oprah is catching some stray bullets here. Because now they are forming, and even the person you mentioned, Pierce, I do not like talking about that person. But they're like
A liar and a disgrace.
very.
Did you watch that
Please,
video?
I don't
When he
watch
was
anything
dragged?
about him. He was like that. Why should Oprah come? That she's part of the problem. Can you imagine? That she enabled. I'm like, from where to where? How do these people reason?
I think Pierce is part of the media apparatus that runs on rage and anger. And
Pierce is just a hater. I know the origin. Meghan snubbed him. He did not get an invite to the wedding.
Why would she invite you?
Because they had dinner. They had met once before she started dating Harry. But now she has upgraded and there was no space. She has to invite her more famous friends. Pierce did not get that invitation, and since then Pierce has not forgiven Meghan. That's the background on that. So ignore whatever Pierce has to say. He's just a hater. It's the truth. Anyway, they're not saying that Oprah shouldn't come because she enabled them. They were on her show, that they were dragging the queen. I mean, Meghan clearly said that the queen was nice to her in that interview. She said it. I'm just so ashamed of the British people. And when I was reading all those vile comments, they sounded very savage. I'm like, are these ones the people in like the civilized? These ones are the civilized people. At the end of the day, human beings are just human beings. The worst of the worst comes out eventually. That's it. Moving on. This other raging conversation on social media, the amapiano conversation. Do you even know amapiano, Dennis?
Heard of them here and there. I'm not really into music, as you know.
What are you into?
Talk more.
You're not into football. You're not into music. Are you into any sports?
Are you joking? I'm into well thought out arguments in essay form.
Oh, so you're into reading. Okay,
Yes.
should have just said that, Dennis.
What sport are you into?
Me, everything. I like music. I like sports.
Music is a sport. So what sport are you into?
Oh, you said
I
sports.
like
I thought you
music,
said
I like
what?
sports.
I like football actually. I mean, I grew up watching football. Do I like basketball? I think I love tennis. Yes, tennis.
Everybody will say they love tennis.
I do. I like
this
watching
word.
tennis. Actually, I love. I've forgotten his name. They call him. I can't remember his name, but I like that one. I'll remember before the show is over. I was going to give you the gist about the amapiano conversation. So, someone tweeted something about amapiano, and DJ Maforisa, you would not know him.
I know DJ Maforisa.
Oh, okay.
Who sang that song with Davido?
Yes, that
I
one,
love
right?
that song.
Mm-hmm. And then he replied. The person was like, the person said something about Davido making amapiano popular in Nigeria. And he replied, he was like, that's not true. That like 3 years before anything, that he was the first person to bring Wizkid and Burna Boy on one song. That was his claim. And then to which Davido responded like, Davido taking things personal. And he was like, why do you not like me? What have I done to you? I've been good to you, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that sparked the conversation about amapiano. Now, amapiano is a South African sound.
Mm-hmm.
It is their sound. We know that. But the conversation right now is who made it popular in Nigeria? Who brought it into Nigeria? Who made it mainstream? Do you have any idea?
I think it's Davido.
Exactly. I
That
played.
DJ Mapovisa song is Davido now.
I don't know why he's now beefing. I don't know what that's why. So from Davido's response, you can tell that there is some sort of beef. Yeah,
I think Davido is taking it the wrong way because
maybe.
you know how Wizkid and Burna Boy have been trolling him. So
Mm-hmm.
for him to now say that is like, bruh, you are on a side and it's not my side.
Oh,
So I
maybe.
think from that perspective that Davido is speaking.
Maybe. But then they have a song together. So why would he be like, you never liked me? But you people have a song.
Yeah, their song is old. Their song is like 2015.
Still. Anyway, I mean, it's not everybody you work with that you like. So there's that. Anyway, that is a conversation. And now everybody is coming out from the woodworks. I think I saw a tweet from Mady. Something about I also did
I'm sorry, who is Mehdi?
Mady.
What is a
Let's get
Mehdi?
Is a person then he stopped that. He was signed to he was under P Square Records or something like that, and they had a falling out. Of course, nobody remembers him now. But yeah, he said something, and then people are also mentioning Niniola. Give her that. She a lot of her songs.
Is that amapiano?
Yes, a lot of Niniola sounds actually.
I don't think they're amapiano though.
There are some, not every like, but there's a good number of.
There's an
Ama-
Afro tune there. But
Yeah, it's like a mix. It's not like full on amapiano, but it's like a mix of that and some other Afrobeat sound. Yes, but really, if you ask me, even if you don't ask me, I'm going to tell you. I think that Davido made it mainstream. As at the time he did that song, Champion Sound and K-Star remix, amapiano wasn't so big. He made it mainstream. He made it cool. After Davido did those two songs, everybody now rushed in. Everybody wanted to do because those songs were really hits as at the time they came out. So I think no matter the beef, let's give him his flowers. He did do that. So
I think musicians generally can be very childish,
very
especially like the male artists.
so petty.
So like what does this mean? What's
As
the meaning of
in-
this nonsense argument?
It's kind actually someone said like this is quite silly. You guys are dragging a sound that isn't even yours.
People with 5 children.
It shade. It is a bold sound. Stop fighting over it. You did a song, but of course I give it to Davido. But I mean, every other person can jump on it. Whatever.
I mean, it's not that deep.
It's not. Why is this? Why is this a conversation we are having, or you people are even having? And then people are coming out from the woodwork saying, "I did this, I did that." Yo, dudes, rest in Jesus' name. Lastly, do you want to tell them about R. Kelly? You don't? Okay, I guess I have to. So there are new. There's a new development. He has been found. I have to read it. Yes, has been found guilty on 3 counts of child pornography and 3 counts of coercing minors into sex. I mean, this is not different. You know, we said the other one was in Chicago, and now this is a federal. So this is like the conviction for the federal.
suits.
Yeah. So by the time they haven't sentenced him, so by the time they do that, they will definitely add to the 30 or 35 years he was given. So maybe this guy is going to spend the rest of his life in jail.
What is wrong with R. Kelly?
What has been wrong is not today. He didn't
How
start
do you
today.
solve a problem like R. Kelly?
How do you solve a problem like Maria? Sound of Music reference. If you do not understand,
How do you solve a problem like R.
I
Kelly?
mean, the problem is already being solved. He is in jail. He's facing the long arm of the Lord has caught up with him after so long. So the problem is being fixed as we speak. This is part of fixing it. He's gonna go to jail, spend he's probably going to be there forever. Who knows? But then the American justice system is very funny. You know, people thought that this guy Bill Cosby would be in jail for a long time, and then under 3 years he was out.
Yeah, that was because he had signed a deal that
And later
prevented
they-
him from testifying.
Oh,
Yes, he got a deal with the is it DOJ or the AG?
okay.
Either the Department of Justice Attorney
Oh,
General
yeah.
of another administration. Then another
Okay, that
administration
covered
came in.
him.
Yes, that protected him.
Oh, so that's why
So
he did
another
so.
administration came and forced him, and he had to like testify against himself. So a judge ruled that
Nah.
That
It
sentence
does not.
doesn't
It does not
stand.
stand.
Yes.
Oh wow. Well, I hope R. Kelly doesn't get that lucky. I hope he spends a long time in jail.
What I think is sad is R. Kelly warriors were on social media.
Yo,
Like this was what happened as well with Johnny Depp when they would
can't
line up
believe it.
early in the morning in front of in the courthouse and just be like supporting him. We love Depp, we love Depp, we
Yo,
love Depp.
Johnny
And we
is
are seeing
innocent.
Exactly. And we are seeing this again.
Johnny is
We are
innocent.
seeing
This is a
again
false
with Johnny
equivalence.
Depp.
This is not the right example to use. They were both abusive to each other, Johnny and Amber. So R. Kelly's issue is quite different. He preyed on minors.
But why do you think that people are very quick to say, "Oh, the guy did not do it"?
What people? I can't speak for those people.
But
I've
there
never,
are many.
I have never denied that Johnny and Amber. My argument
Please
has always been
focus.
that.
I
Okay, you're talking
apologize
about
for saying that. I apologize for saying that. Please, let's do it, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. I mean, people. I think it's because they are probably abusers themselves. They are instinctively trying to protect themselves and say things like, "Oh, she wanted it." Have you not heard people say that? I was listening to something. A 7-year-old seduced somebody's husband. 7 years.
Who phrased that? Who said that?
African women. Obviously, it is not an
What
African
is
women
wrong
problem.
with African women?
No,
but
I correct myself. I think it's a global issue.
I think you are trying to excuse. There is a way that is done in the African context that is not done in the global stage. On the global stage like that in Nigeria, look at what that doctor did. Like Kate Henshaw had to come out, and Kate Henshaw had to come out and say, submit yourself to the authorities.
Exactly. To prove me right why I'm changing my mind. It was his wife who outed him.
It was his wife.
So you see, it's not all African women.
But
that's why I said it's a global.
That thing was going on for a while.
She didn't know now.
You know that we also heard the gist on Twitter of that guy who was raping the maid. He was raping the maid. And the wife knew and didn't say anything.
I didn't hear that.
Until this was like 2 years ago, last year.
Until
the dude now said that he doesn't want to marry her anymore. Then she now went to call the police.
Oh,
so it's always about the guy. No, it's always about you stay in this marriage type of thing.
Well,
so the intention is always like very wonky.
Yeah, to protect their own interests.
I just feel like we get to a point where the stupid things are not important to us anymore. Marriage, especially when it's sad and when it's toxic and unhealthy, is a stupid thing. And I hope we all come to
that
the point
agreement.
Well, look at what was happening with Mr. and Mrs. Ikoyi last week. I can go on and on because I am so irritated.
He told her that
shags.
If you continue to misbehave, I will not marry you.
Yes.
That boy is the king of Lamba. As in, when she comes out, she's going to feel so embarrassed.
I don't think she will. I think she will feel like she fought for the goods. She would be embarrassed if he breaks up with her.
Dennis.
If he marries her,
she's
going
believing
to go for
a lie. His mother is a food vendor.
She likes him.
Because she thinks they are rich.
I don't think it's the money.
I think it's the money.
Married to one rich
so
I
think she's the money. She thinks they are up there. That's why they had a fight and she told Fina, you're from the streets. It's about class for her. She thinks he's rich. She doesn't know she's being lied to. She doesn't know his mother sells food and beans. Twitter people say his mother is a bean seller.
So his mother is a food vendor
and he's been lying. He's lying and making himself seem like what he is not.
Why is he doing that though?
He has low self-esteem.
The moment when they said that, where are you from? I said my village is Ikoyi. I was like, damn.
You know all those kids in secondary school, even university, who are from poor homes. Not that there's anything wrong with being poor.
Absolutely. Of course, we know that.
There's nothing wrong, right? But for some reason, they overcompensate. So they lie. My father has this, my father has that. They don't have anything. First of all, nobody asked them what your father has. They just start with the gist.
You know that
we have
that
this in my house. We have this in my house. That is what is wrong with
that very classic boarding school lie.
Exactly.
They came to my house and they stole my swimming pool. Have you heard that?
We we have to go. This is our show,
That's our show,
guys.
guys.
Dennis, tell them where to follow us before
On
we
social
leave.
media, we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're
Mhm.
everywhere. Technext.ng. That's technextdotng.
Mhm.
Subscribe to our newsletter,
Please
Technext
do.
Roundup.
Mhm.
Do you know what really makes me happy? How my readers know me.
Your readers.
Yeah, so I was somewhere like a few days ago and they're like, so I typically start the newsletter with like Dennis here and so
Yeah.
like, Dennis here.
So
it's
okay,
really
so
funny.
this is like a stylish brag. He's trying to tell people that he's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Whatever, we are here, Dennis.
But do read our newsletter. We are real, and I feel like I'm really on the pulse of the conversation.
you have
because-
to be.
Yeah, because I gauge like what other people are talking about, and we're talking about similar things from like different perspectives.
Right, very important. So yes, guys, follow us on our personal social media handles, Twitter, Instagram.
Dala Dennis.
Please subscribe, though.
DALADENNIS. Yeah,
Subscribe.
to our
Do we not?
YouTube.
Please subscribe to our channel. Like the video too. Thank you.
And comment.
Until next week, have a wonderful weekend.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.